One of the most dangerous things for our teenagers is traffic accidents. It is the #1 killer of our teenagers, not drugs, alcohol, suicide, etc. And so when I was on the bench doing the traffic calendars, I didn't have enough time to speak to the 16 and 17-year-olds. And so one of the programs that you can have is a youth court. And so the most fantastic or beneficial thing for Bothell Youth Court is that there's really 3 reasons for it. It's to save lives, and then it's also to train our future leaders, and then also for a positive community experience with the court system. They have to be between 16 and 17 years old, and they can't have any other traffic ticket on their history. Bothell Youth Court is specifically for traffic infractions only. So speeding in a school zone, speeding tickets, texting. It is not for DUI or theft, etc. That's not what the court, those are not the cases that the court hears. Greatest thing is that it's not adults that they come and have their hearing in front of. It's the 16 to 17-year-old high school students as well, and you actually can have freshmen as well, so you can have 15-year-olds as well hearing the case.
So we're trying to inculcate in youth as well as in the community as a whole that there can be a way for everyone to be involved, for everybody to feel ownership in the justice system, because ultimately, even if it's just a traffic ticket, you've endangered the community, you've put the community at risk, and so the community wants you to recognize that, the community wants you to address that, to take responsibility for that, to make amends for that, but we also want you to come back and be part of the community, and we believe that you can do that. And so that's the principle of restorative justice that I think we're trying to, on a very small scale, enact through these youth court hearings. And so the adults are kind of there in the backdrop, and we might chime in if an issue comes up during the hearing or a real question comes up during the hearing. But our primary goal is to stand back and let their training and their preparation and hopefully the mentoring, the strong mentoring relationships that we've built up until that point, do the work and let them run the show.
A lot of students nowadays, they don't necessarily know the law except the face of the police, you know, and generally don't regard the police with much respect. But the more that they learn about the legal system and the way that the law operates, and it's here to sort of reconcile people back into society when they've wronged society, it's from that understanding that students really appreciate more the law and legal system and what's been set up only for their benefit. And as they learn more about it, then they can sort of learn how to contribute in positive ways and sort of change their mindset about what the legal system in the face of the legal system is. It's not necessarily a punishment and the big bad guy sitting there waiting for you to do something wrong, but instead is sort of a reconciliation sort of method to restore people back after they have been wronged, bring them back into justice in society.
Well, I think as a deputy chief, what I observed was a group of kids sitting down and talking about how something like speeding in a school zone has impacts more than just going faster. And they understood in their debate anyway that a kid could run out in front of them, a parent could lose control of a stroller. I mean, a variety of things were brought forth by these kids that I think they saw the bigger picture. And as they had to defend the actions of somebody who was being careless or reckless, they had trouble defending it, and they could see the significance of why the rules are in place.
They don't have to pay the ticket, it doesn't go on their insurance, so it's kind of a clean slate for them. But there's also this chance to realize my actions, I wasn't just speeding, you know, I was putting myself, my passengers, those around me at risk. And it's also a chance to say, hey, you know what, I'm showing my maturity and I'm showing that I can take responsibility for my actions. And I'm showing that I'm trying to learn from this and I'm being an adult.